Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood updates here, so remember to subscribe for the latest videos. The world gasped in equal parts admiration, emotion, and awe as the fierce and fearless Cat Timpf broke the internet with a photo that instantly went viral, not because of scandal, style, or red carpet glitz, but because of its raw, unapologetic truth. In a time when headlines are often manufactured for shock, Cat Timpf's recent hospital bed photo was nothing less than a stunning act of courage, humor, and humanity. The moment she posted the now iconic image, legs stretched in a hospital gown, post-mastectomy body visible only in suggestion, and a cheeky caption that read like vintage cat, her fans erupted in support, and a new chapter of her public journey began. The glamorous Fox News personality, known for her wit sharper than steel, and unapologetic takes on politics and pop culture, had revealed the unspoken, a deeply personal, medical reality. Diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer just 15 hours before giving birth, Cat Timpf faced what most would consider unimaginable. But instead of hiding, she chose to shine brighter than ever, and with humor no less. Her photo wasn't about showing off her huge size, in the way tabloids might misleadingly suggest. It was about showing off something far more powerful: the size of her strength, the depth of her spirit, and the immensity of her resilience. The hospital selfie, framed in pale blue tones and gentle natural light, quickly took over social media feeds. Fans flocked to Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, not with gossip, but with gratitude. "Thank you for being real," one comment read beneath the post. "You just made so many women feel seen." The emotional impact was immediate. Hashtags like #CatStrong and #WarriorQueen began trending within hours, as support poured in from fellow celebrities, fans, and cancer survivors around the world. But as the photo spread, so too did the deeper story behind it. One of a woman who, in her most vulnerable moment, became even more invincible. She had just given birth to her first child when the diagnosis arrived. Instead of breaking down, Cat doubled down. She underwent a double mastectomy with fierce determination, and just days later, with wires still attached and bandages barely removed, she offered the world a glimpse not of pain, but of power. In a gown, with hair undone and eyes burning with defiant humor, she redefined what bravery looks like. The dramatic contrast between the sterile setting and the vibrant force of Cat's personality made the image unforgettable. It wasn't filtered, edited, or glamorized, it was real. It was revolutionary. Commentators called it one of the most authentic and powerful celebrity photos of the year. And Cat? She didn't flinch. "They're honestly not much smaller than before I got pregnant," she joked, cracking open a universal truth. Laughter can coexist with trauma, and strength can take many shapes, including this new, bold, barefaced form. In the hours that followed, major outlets like the LA Times, The Sun, and People magazine picked up the story, but no headline could fully capture what was unfolding. This wasn't about a woman flaunting her figure. It was about a woman reclaiming her story, her body, and her space in the world. In a media landscape too often obsessed with perfection, Cat Timpf became the image of what it means to be perfectly human. Not polished, not posed, just present. The size referenced in that now viral caption? That was the size of a heart that could hold pain, joy, life, fear, motherhood, and laughter all at once. And the world was finally listening. Cat's moment wasn't just a photo, it was a movement. As the world processed the shock, humor, and raw emotional honesty captured in that now legendary photo of Cat Timpf, something extraordinary unfolded across the entertainment world and the wider public consciousness. What started as a personal update quickly grew into a symbol of unshakable resilience, as Cat Timpf, beloved media icon and fierce cultural commentator, redefined the meaning of beauty, bravery, and body image in real time. Celebrities who once shared the limelight with her now turned to her for inspiration. Hosts like Greg Gutfeld and Jesse Waters offered public words of love and solidarity, while everyday women flooded Cat's inbox with personal stories of their own battles with breast cancer, body image, and motherhood. Suddenly, the spotlight wasn't just on Kat's figure. It was on the strength it took to stand tall in a moment when most would want to disappear. That hospital gown-clad photo became the rallying cry of women everywhere who have been silenced by diagnosis, burdened by treatment, or diminished by media expectations. And in true Kat Timpf fashion, she turned every comment, every post, every feature into a moment of grace wrapped in wit. It's not the size of what's gone, it's the size of what's left and what's growing, she quipped during an appearance on a live stream, drawing both laughter and tears from viewers across the globe. Fashion magazines, feminist blogs, and mainstream news couldn't get enough, not because of scandal, but because of sincerity. Vogue published a full-page editorial titled, "The Body is a Battlefield, Kat Timpf's Heroic Win," while The Atlantic dove into the sociology behind public vulnerability and personal strength in celebrity culture. Her post wasn't just a trend, it was a transformation. In a world obsessed with filters, Kat removed every one, digitally and emotionally. And she did it in front of millions. The glamorous sheen of Hollywood rarely allows space for scars. Yet Kat's unapologetic revelation brought them forward with pride. Her new photo series, released weeks later, showed her smiling wide, holding her newborn, scars softly visible, and strength more pronounced than ever. She wasn't hiding. She was glowing. Kat Timpf, once known for her sharp tongue and pop culture hot takes, was now revered as a voice of emotional truth in an industry that too often trades authenticity for aesthetics. Fans made murals, shirts, and digital tributes. Cancer survivors called her a light in the dark. Commentators hailed her as the bravest woman in cable news. And through it all, Kat remained grounded, humorous, and totally herself. She launched a support podcast for young women battling breast cancer, using her story to uplift thousands. Her message was clear: survival isn't shameful, it's sacred. And if you can face it with a wink and a one-liner, all the better. The magnitude of her strength, the size of her impact, and the honesty in her journey resonated so powerfully that the photo, initially shared as a casual update, has now been requested for inclusion in medical awareness campaigns, university lectures on vulnerability in media, and even museum exhibits on modern resilience. She showed the world what strength looks like, and it was beautiful. No longer was the story about showing off in the shallow sense. It was about showing up. For herself. For others. For every woman who's looked in the mirror and questioned her worth after surgery. Kat Timpf didn't just share a photo, she ignited a movement. And in doing so, she proved once and for all that the biggest thing she revealed wasn't her physical form. It was her enormous capacity for honesty, humor, and healing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Daily Gossip for more inspiring celebrity transformations, emotional stories, and glamorous updates straight from Hollywood and beyond.